Good afternoon, boys and girls. My name is George Washington, the first President of the United States. And in today's video, I'd like to give you a little bit of information about me to help you learn more about me and my life. So stay tuned and enjoy. Hello and welcome back. It's me, George again, and I'm going to give you some very basic information about me when I was very young. I was born on February 22nd in the year 1732, a very long time ago. I was born in the state of Virginia, located here in the United States. My father died when I was only 11 years old, and because of this I had a very basic education. My mother could not afford to send me to college, so I left school when I was only 15 years old. When I turned 16, I went to work as a surveyor. That is where I took measurements of new lands and I mapped them out in detail so that everyone could see where there were hills and valleys and things like that on maps. When I was in my 20s, I met the beautiful Martha Washington, but at that time she went by the name Martha Dandridge Custis. I married her when I was 26. She was a widow who already had 2 children of her own. Their names were Jacky and Patsy. I, unfortunately, never had any children of my own. Another thing about me that is slightly embarrassing is that you may have heard that I had very bad teeth. I wore false teeth made of ivory set in silver. Some people think that the ivory may have been from either, are you ready for this one? Either a walrus or a hippopotamus. Can you believe that? Yes, this is me again, George Washington. I know I may appear a little bit different looking in this picture than what you're used to. Many people are used to seeing me on the picture of the dollar bill. This was me when I was a bit younger than when that picture was drawn of me. I became the first president of America. I was voted in 1789 and served as president for 8 years until 1797. And I served for a total of 2 terms. 2 terms is a total of 8 years. Each term is 4 years long. During these 2 terms, the times were very peaceful. And during this time, I established many roles and traditions as the President of the United States. Many of those roles and traditions still stand today. After 8 years of being president, I decided to step down because I believed that a president should not rule for a very long time. At 6 foot 2 inches tall and about 200 pounds, I was one of the biggest presidents of the United States ever. I played a key role in the American Revolution. You may have heard of this as the Revolutionary War, during which the American colonists won our independence from British rule. I'm sure you've heard of the United States of America Constitution. Did you know that I was one of the founding fathers of the United States Constitution? Do you know what the Constitution is? The U.S. Constitution is described as a document that consists of a collection of rules, and we still use a lot of these rules today to govern the United States of America. Here are some fun facts about me that you may not be aware of. I bred hound dogs, and I treated those hound dogs like they were members of my family. I gave them some unusual names, some people said. One was named Tartar, another True Love, and another one was called Sweet Lips. Some of my favorite dishes, things to eat, were cream of peanut soup, mashed sweet potatoes with coconut, and string beans with mushrooms. Have you ever heard of Washington, D.C.? That's right, where the president lives, where the White House is. Washington, D.C. is the capital city of the United States of America, and it was named after me, George Washington. But the funny thing is that I never lived there. Something else that's very interesting is I was the only founding father of the United States of America who freed my slaves. I had personal control of over 120 slaves, and my wife Martha had control of many more. When I died, she set them all free a year later. And this, my young friends, is probably the face you recognize most about George Washington. You've seen this face before on every single dollar bill you've ever seen. Every single dollar bill ever printed had me on it. You can even see my name at the bottom under my tie. But I'm not only on the dollar bill. Do you know what coin I am also on? That's right. I am also on the quarter, which is 25 cents. The last fact that I'd like to tell you about, when I left being president a couple years afterwards, I caught a very bad cold. The bad cold turned into a throat infection, and I died on the 14th of December in 1799. I lived to the age of 67 years old, and I was so proud to be the first United States of America president, as well as one of the founding fathers. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had fun learning about me. I had a lot of fun telling you about myself. This is George Washington signing off. Take care, boys and girls, and never stop learning.